what's up today and show you how we correct taillights. So we're working on this white Range Rover. It's kind of a paint enhancement plus, so we're going a little bit further with the paint enhancement, but the clear coat is pretty hard, so we're just using the microfiber Eurofiber discs and either 3D1, D300, or the new Melco Epic. Well, it's not new, but the Melco Epic medium duty compound, which is working really nice. So with that said, I'm on to the tail lights, and I want to show you guys what they look like and what we're going to do for them. So I'm going to take this off the camera, tripod, sorry, and show you what these look like. So they're pretty swirly, and there are some defects on the inside. There may be a seal broken in there, so there's some weird things on the inside going on. But let's see if we can get these corrected to an acceptable degree. And as we're going through, because this is live, I'm going to try to answer some questions and say hi to everybody, but it'll probably be a shorter one because we need to complete this job for today and into tomorrow. But you can definitely see, yeah, pretty bad water spotting, swirls, things like that. So let's put you on the tripod and show you what we're going to be using. So first of all, it's good to have lots of lights. I am setting up, well, I did set up our lights in here. They're working well. I might need to put a few more overhead over the vehicle, those bright spotlights. And always have these guys. And of course, I have my little photography lights that I made. I didn't make them. I just got the photography lights and got these really nice, powerful LED lights that I blinded myself with. And then have your hand lights as well. And I'm just going to use the Eurofiber microfiber pad with D300 compound. It does a really good job. So I'm going to maneuver the camera so that it's facing, there we go, and show you guys what we're doing live. Now, yes, you can use a 3-inch polisher, but these lights are so big that I really don't need to do that. And as far as taping, I'm not worried about that because I'm polishing around these edges anyway. However, this edge down here is matte finish, so I am going to tape that. So hold on one sec. I have some of my trusty yellow tape, and this is like a regular painter's tape. You want to know what it is. It's that brand right there, but I'm using these because I'm not a huge fan of taping every little thing. Tape it. I learned this trick from Alan Medcraft at AM Details because, especially if you're wet sanding anything, which I'm not, but it is good to double tape it because sometimes the polisher will actually get under the tape and it's good. This light is pretty simple. There's a weird little ridge here, but that's okay. We can work around that. Now, let's get to polishing it. Apply a little bit of pressure and go slow. even to get this little upper edge here, just finesse the polisher up there. Don't put a lot of pressure when you're doing that. Just let the pad do work. And you notice that my speed and the movement changes just slightly. I'll do a nice slow pass and then I'll go back over and rework certain areas. Remember, when you're doing polishing, paint enhancement, correction, anything, your technique is not just going to be one technique. It's going to change, it's going to shift. You're going to change your technique, your arm speed, the movement, the angle, just slightly, depending on what you're doing. So if you think that there's only one way of polishing, well, in my opinion, that's wrong. You need to be fluid. Paint correction and polishing needs to be fluid. You need to work with the paint with what you have. Don't just copy other guys. You know, when you're beginning learning polishing, true, you might copy a certain technique, but then you learn certain little tricks here and there with angles and pressure and things like that. Different paints will need different pressure and different lengths of time on there with section passes. So it's not just one set of techniques for one section pass and this and that, this flow and that. No, it will change on each vehicle. So remember. So let's see how this is looking. And there are some deep gouges here, some deeper scratches. And you're going to see that there's actually stuff on the inside of the lens, some weird fogging on the inside, and it looks like some moisture got in on the other side here of the lens, and unfortunately there's nothing you can do. You can't polish the inside of the lens, obviously. So let's see, just from those section passes, what it's looking like. Yeah, switch that around. There we go. Wow. Big difference. So you see that? That's not on the outside. That's on the inside. There's a deep gouge. There's a deep gouge. There's another weird deep gouge up there. And that... oh, that's just a swipe mark. That's nothing. There we go. It just didn't wipe off completely. But the improvement, look how the clarity has come back. So don't be defeated when you see stuff like this. It's not on the outside, it's on the inside. So you don't want to try to wet sand that and wet sand it and then polish it again and it's not coming out and you keep doing it until you compromise the plastic. You just have to realize that that stuff is going to be on the inside. Now, because it was microfiber, you can see it left a little bit of marring. So we'll switch that out and then finish it. I'll also show you what we use to do that. But that's how we do that. It's pretty simple. It's just like polishing the clear coat. So you see how it's nice and clear? There's a little gouges here and there, but it's not a paint correction. It's a paint enhancement. In fact, I'm going a little overboard, making it look really, really good. So it's pretty simple. So now let me switch that around. You don't want to see a garage door. So now I'm going to switch out the pad on the polisher. And let's finish this out. Now, interestingly enough, I'm going to use T1 and orange pad. This has enough cut, but it also finishes very, very well. So we'll see how it responds. It doesn't always, but in what I have found 9% of the case, these pads finish so well. Now I am going to blow this pad out also with my little air compressor. So I have an air compressor like this. I usually don't blow it like this, but I'm going to blow everything down anyway just to show you. But I'll blow out the pad. This air compressor is really, really weak. I got to get a better one in here in the garage. But you get the idea. Blows it out enough. I'm going to wipe down the whole vehicle with an isopropyl alcohol wipe down anyway before we coat it with the last coat black ice. That's what we've been using for just like our 1-year coating. Now, with any coating, I mentioned this, I'm going to keep mentioning this because I get a lot of goofy comments that say, oh, it's not going to last that long. Listen, guys, Any protection is only as good as its maintenance, and especially with ceramic coatings, because the idea is with a ceramic coating, oh, it's more expensive, it takes longer to apply, all of this stuff, it should last the recommended time that it says it should last, 12 months, 2 years, 5 years. It will if you maintain it with the appropriate products. Remember that. You don't just slap it on and you know, not do anything to it and bring it through a car wash. No, no, no. It needs to be maintained properly. So that last coat black ice is really, really good stuff. I had it in my car for a while. I had to take it off because I was doing other stuff to it and testing, but I've been putting it on customers' vehicles and it has been amazing. And then you just maintain it with the last coat version 2 and AMP. So it comes with its maintenance products. It's perfect. It's really, really a nice product. So remember that. With any coating, I don't always just say to the customer, it's going to last a year. You don't have to do anything. Nope. I teach them how to wash the vehicle, what to use, and give them realistic expectations. Very important for a detailer. So let's finish this. That looks really, really nice. And you saw I overlapped into here to get this edge around here. That's completely fine. It's not a big deal. I'm not being overly aggressive that you don't have to, you know, have to worry about burning through edges. Don't overthink it. If you're heavily compounding, then yeah, be careful. But otherwise, don't worry about that. I think that looks incredibly good. That finished very, very well. All right. Now, oh, that's nice. That looks really good. There's still a teeny, teeny bit of marring, but it's weird. The camera picks it up, but your eye does not. That's the crazy deceiving part. This will also drive you nuts for detailers because with your naked eye, you cannot see that marring. So on camera it might show up, but in real life it doesn't. That's because the camera sensor picks up a lot of other things that your eye might not catch. Now, does that mean you're just leaving defects in there? Well, you know, you got to use judgment. You got to use reasonableness and make a judgment call, because if it's showing up on camera, but then you look at it with the naked eye, do you think your customer is going to take their camera and do this? Well, no, that doesn't make any sense. So yeah, you see a tiny bit of marring like this, but when I'm looking at it with my naked eye and not through the camera, I don't see it. So guys, when you're videoing stuff, this is going to drive you nuts. It drove me nuts until I figured out it's the camera sensor that's picking up that stuff. And yeah, it might be there, but nobody will see it. I can't even see it. If it wasn't for filming, this looks perfect. So if you want to go through and finish it, that's up to you, but I can't see it with the naked eye. Yeah, exactly. So I'm going to go through and just answer a couple of questions and say hi to everybody, but I wanted to go live and show you that. And I am trying to work on videos, guys. I'm really trying to work on videos because I'm getting an itch and I got so many things to edit, and I'm still filming in the new garage. I got so many things to edit, but I can't upload anything. So if I make a 20-minute video, I can't upload it. I tried switching it, making it on my Mac, and then airdropping it to my phone to do it that way, and it won't do it. It's driving me nuts. So this is the only way. I'm gonna do short videos on my phone and publish them. It's not gonna show everything because I just can't. But I want to go live like this during jobs to show you guys. I think it's kind of fun to do that. So let me go down the list here. What's up, Tony from Ralda's? Let's see. Armando's from Fall Church. Nice. Good morning from Chicago. Cool Beans, Car Detailing. Nice. How's it going, everybody? Whoa. So Obsessed Mobile Detailing says the weather has been 105 the past couple of weeks. Ugh. In South Carolina. Yeah, it's been hot. I mean, I'm sweating in here. We have the AC going, but it's a window unit. I'm going to get a nice mini split to go in here to keep things cool. That'll keep things cool and heated. Because that little window unit is just not cutting it. It's just bad. But yeah, it's been heat index of like 100 to, I think the highest it said was like 109, something like that. So yeah, it's crazy. If I had Google Drive, I can't. Oh! But the only problem is I can't upload to Google Drive quick enough. Even if I do a hotspot, I'm all out of the LTE hotspot speeds. So when I use a hotspot on my Mac to try to upload stuff, it takes forever. It's like 900 kilobytes. It's ridiculous. I don't have any speeds. So it's really hard to do that. I can make the videos and they're just sitting there on my computer. I have no way. I have to go somewhere. I don't have time to do that, but I might have to. Because I got a video ready to publish. And it's like months old. And all these videos are going to be months old. I'm going to be way behind. But I'm going to kind of trickle in newer stuff as well. So we'll see. So let's see. Oh, so Kevin says slow your arm speed on plastic. Yes, but also be careful with heat. I do that, and I've actually blown out pads because I go too slow, generates too much heat, and you gotta be careful with these polycarbonate lenses because heat is their enemy. So you've got to be careful with that. Yes, slow arm movement for everything when it comes to correction and getting swirls. But again, you got to think the mindset that it's not just one technique fits all. I've learned that over the past couple of years that when I'm working on plastics, I'll go over slow and I'll go over a little bit quickly to finish it and then wipe it off and see where I'm at. I'm not going to keep it there for a long period of time and generate heat. I've actually blown out pads before. And I felt the lens before, and it generates a lot of heat. Heat is the lens's enemy. Remember that. So yeah, slow arm movement as a general rule, but it doesn't apply to just everything across the board. So I've learned that with polishing, that your technique is going to change a little bit here and there. I just put smudges on there. And you've got to know from vehicle to vehicle, paint to paint, plastic to plastic, what you need to do. Changing speed, changing techniques, changing compounds, changing pads. It is kind of an art, you know, a science. You gotta see what works for you and not just stick with one technique. It will change. Mike's Auto Detail, run Ethernet cord from Cali to Virginia for you? Yes, please. That'll be like a couple of 1,000 miles of Ethernet cord. That'd be great. What am I going to coat the tail light with? The same thing. The last coat's black ice is what I'm using. That stuff goes on pretty much everything, but I'll use Cerakote, which I'm loving, and I still haven't made a dedicated video on. No, sorry. But Cerakote is great. I will say with Cerakote, there are some pros and cons and maybe some likes and dislikes from some people because, and for me, it's not really a con, but it is kind of a thing that annoys me. The viscosity of it is super, super thick. It's annoying to apply, but once it's all applied, it dries. It's incredible. It's dry to the touch. It's nice, and if you like the glossy look, which for trim, I like it. I'm okay with that. It'll bead water like crazy. It's easy to clean. It restores really, really well. So I'm really liking that stuff, and I need to make a more dedicated video on it. I actually have footage. I just haven't gotten to edit it, so we'll see. Oh well. Let's see here. Oh, Willie, Smart Home from Arkansas. Great work. Appreciate all the hard effort on producing the videos. Thank you very much, and thank you for everyone for being patient and waiting. You know, once we get internet, it's going to be awesome. But until then, Man, it's crazy how much we need it. So, let's see here. My wife's black Lexus RX 350 needs some work, marring and scratches. Any suggestion to bring her back to some shine and protection? What compound specifically? Depending on what you want. If you want to do like a paint enhancement like what we're doing here, minimize the swirls and scratches 50 to 75% or more. Lexus is usually pretty soft, I have found. So you can try 3D1 with the orange Lake Country pads. That's a nice combo. I always suggest that first. If that's not quite cutting it, then you can bump it up to another type of compound or polish. Or if it's too much cut, then you can bump it down to like a polishing pad, like a white Lake Country or a blue Lake Country. You might need to do a two-step on it too, because sometimes that clear coat can be finicky, but usually the orange pad is the sweet spot. Just enough cut and great finish. And use 3D1 or 3D Speed, or I've been using the Malco stuff too. Not everybody is going to get Malco. I'm going to suggest things that you can get easily and that's affordable. So 3D1 and 3D Speed are great. The new Max Shine all-in-one polish. I'm going to make videos on those too. Let's see. This stuff I used the other day on a Dodge Durango. This stuff is awesome. It reminds me of 3D Speed. Reacts just like it. The application, the wipe off, it's so slick. It's really, really nice. I haven't tested out durability, but when it comes to this type of stuff, it's not known for durability. All-in-ones are not known for durability. I also have Roof's Uno, not old 3D Uno, which I used to have, but I do have the Rupes Uno as well. That's an all-in-one. It lasts about 3 months or so. I did use it, but I haven't made a video on it yet. But this stuff from Max Shine, loving that stuff. It is great. So if you can get your hands on that, try that. But start with 3D1 and HD, 3D Speed. Don't have the 3D1, but we'll order today. I do love it. It took me a while to get it because I was using other products, but it is so, so good. I love it. Let's see here. Thanks for putting Miss on Stoner Trim Shine, by the way. You should see how much Stoner's Trim Shine I have. Here, let me show you. I just got another package in today. I ordered too much by accident. Do you think I have enough Trim Shine? I should probably make another shelf and order like, I don't know, 20 more cases? Let's see here. Okay, cool. All right, guys. Man, it's already been 23 minutes. Look on this thing. I got to polish the other tail light. I got to polish these pillars. I might go live again later on and show you how we correct these pillars. Now, my wife, Jessica, was polishing on the other side using the SPTA cordless polisher, using the Malco medium duty compound, which is awesome. Oh my goodness, that stuff is incredible. And then she was just doing the 3-inch polisher here on the back end. She is an awesome polishing madwoman right now. So this is great because it really speeds up the whole process. I can do a paint enhancement like this in a couple of hours. And I mean, we started early, like at 9, and we're pretty much done now. I'm just working on little bits here and there, but we're pretty much done with the paint enhancement part. And now we're going to do other things, wipe down, and then start to coating it. But before, it would take me much, much longer. So huge, huge thank you to my beautiful, lovely wife, who is now polishing. She's awesome. Oh, I'm getting all emotional. All right, guys. Again, thank you for all the support. And on a sad note, you may have already seen, but our poor little mister has died. He's passed. He got really sick. I think he had some organ failure. Poor little thing. He's been a good boy, good buddy. I know he's been famous in all the videos, and it only took him maybe a month or so, and he really started losing weight, and he passed yesterday. But he had a good home, he had a good life here. We gave him 8 amazing years, because we don't know his life, you know, when started. He was maybe 4 or 5 or maybe older when we first got him, and he was just abandoned. We got him on Craigslist. Somebody abandoned him in an apartment complex or a house or something. He was stuck in there. So he had some abandonment issues. So he was just so lovable. He was I have to say, the best cat we've ever had, the best pet we've ever had, ever. And I know he's just an animal, he's just a pet, but you know, I get a lot of comments, a lot of people enjoy seeing him. Misty is still around, or Missy, we call her Missy or Misty. She's still around, but she's kind of wild. She's got a little feral in her, so she's just out and about doing stuff. So hopefully she'll get used to the place and come around a little bit more, and we'll have her there. But I also have my parents' dog, Millie, so she might show up. She's a little Lhasa Apso Shih Tzu mix. She's a cute little dog too. So I'll try to get some animals in the post, because Mr. really definitely made it lively and comical, and we loved him. So he was a good little guy. All right, everybody. So again, I got to get cracking on this. I'm probably going to have lunch first, and then we'll get finishing up this vehicle. Again, thank you for all the support. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, subscribe and click that bell. That way you get notifications each time these videos drop each week, and you don't miss stuff. I got to look at the camera, and you don't miss stuff. All right. Thank you, guys. We'll see everybody later. Take care.